that's what I was thinking. I appreciate that.
How do your ribs feel?
Feel good. Thursday practice, we made it through. And like the juices start flowing, get a couple back slaps on Sunday. I'm like, I'll be ready to roll. Yep. Felt good. It was one of a good run play today. Got popped by one of the guys and made it through. So so I was like, that's a good sign.
What was the coaching staff's reaction?
I'm sure there was a. Yeah, they probably skipped the beat for a second and they saw me keep running, so they're like, all right, we're good, we're good.
We had nice to take advantage of practicing some of those new handshakes with Tay last week.
We don't get a ton of ops, so I'm like, so that like I feel like that I knew that wasn't my moment. I think that the clip was kind of out. I'm like, I was just hyped for my guy. That was not going in for our handshake. I'm like, the part of it. I'm like, I'll wait for you guys to see it, but it's gonna be better than that for sure.
The games against 49 are typically very physical with that defense. Coming off a rib situation, how do you, just go into that, play it the way you've always played it, no problem?
Yeah, 100%. I think one of the sayings I have for the game is no fear. So I'm going to go out there and treat that game like every other Sunday and prepare my body the best I can for the week. And then when Sunday comes, to let it all out.
Puka, sometimes in life we learn our best lessons in losing. What did you learn about yourself, this team, in that tough loss to them in Week 5?
I think something that Coach kind of preached to the team was the competitive stamina. I think that's something that he's preached kind of before that game, but it was kind of a moment where the deeper understanding could kind of what that meant for our journey. And I think that was something that we kind of took from that game, and just that sustained execution of like the competitive stamina involves so many different things, but the sustained execution all the way through the cycle to snap. And I feel like we've had moments, and there's that you can win the beginning cycle to snap, and you can lose the end cycle to snap. So I'm making it through that final whistle for sure. I guess like a disappointed feeling. Not even like the losses you come out and be like, wow, we got out schemed. But I feel like it was just a lack of execution on our part, and but the moments that we had to win and take advantage of the game and take momentum, we didn't execute.
Dig in a little bit more for games like this.
I guess now that learning that we play these guys multiple times a year, I'm like, I guess these ones are a little bit more important. But I'm like, every Sunday I'm excited for the challenge because it presents a new challenge throughout the week to sustain and go out there and perform on Sundays.
It's a tight race, Tom.
Oh, great.
Knowing the teams in the division, but does that add any juice to this match?
I wouldn't say there's any extra juice needed, especially against this opponent with the history that we have and the want to go out here and keep the momentum that we've been playing with after coming from the behind right before. So I think it's going to be exciting for us to go out there and feel like coach has been asking for a complete game, and we feel like we're right there on the.
You've talked about your relationship with Fred Warner. Did you have any contact with him after his injury?
Yeah, I shot him over text, hoping that I had seen the injury, and there's some scary moments in the game of football. You never wish injury upon anybody. Just usually knows the dedication and the work that goes into the season. But I'm hoping him a speedy recovery. I know he's just the person that he is. He's involved with his team and maybe some extra time with his kids. So I'm sure there's a blessing in disguise.
I know every week's different, but how do you and the rest of the wide receivers prepare for a team that you've already played early in the season? Is the process different than a team that you haven't played before?
I think it's a little bit of a mixture. Seeing what, especially when they have an injury go down in the defense, and kind of how they've changed and some of the personnel. But I think it's exciting because you kind of build off some of the things you have tendencies as players to watch some of the clips from the last game and be like, all right, how do we build off this? Our coaches and how we game plan some of this stuff, and then it also is a challenge because they know some of our plays too. So the moment of contact is a fun one because everybody knows where it's coming.
Is this offense starting to realize its potential with what we've seen the last couple of weeks on what you guys have done on the scoreboard?
I think it's something that coach has been preaching to us from the beginning of the season. Just that the kind of playing to the echo of the whistle. That full execution of that entire snap. Just feel like throughout the season, there's been moments where we've been good at the beginning, good at the end, and parts in the middle haven't been good. But I think putting it all together is something that it's been building each week, and we feel like we still got a lot of room to improve. But everybody feels like we're moving in stride. Captain Nine's got us moving in the right direction.
Matthew, what was your reaction on the 39 touchdown pass they got you? And did you expect that or did you realize you had made Jim speechless?
I thought that clip of Verse being speechless was. I'm like, I can't wait to save that one because I'm like, not a lot of people can say they've done that. I take pride in that now. I'm like, that's a great accomplishment for me. But Nine, I'm like, he doesn't miss, and I feel like the level of confidence that he plays with right now is just oozing out into everybody else. So it feels fun to be out there. And I always, when the ball's up in the air, I trust that placement, and I'm like, if there's the one spot it could have been, and I'm just glad I got my butt cheeked out. I think we've all seen the clips of him getting hurt with the shoulder and the things that he's done, even just since I've been there, ribs and when he pushes through. So I think just the grittiness of that you can feel just kind of in his voice and just the way he moves, and especially in the huddle when he gets down there, it is quiet in the huddle. Everybody, the command that he has makes it real fun because when we go out there and you're like, all right, I want to do my job well, but I also want to do it for this guy. So
We know how you guys as an organization have about stats, but statistically, Matthew's putting up one of his best seasons. Like, is there anything different that you notice about he's putting out there?
I think the time off must have done great justice. And I'm like, if that's what we need to do, and I'm like, I think we may have another 10 years later. And I'm like, we can avoid the off season and just roll for 21 games. And I'm like, we can plan on that.
Thanks, Bruce.